Hey guys, KB here. This video is going to be a bit different since I'm going to be reading off of a script this time, as I feel as I desperately need one to avoid repeating myself constantly, which I feel is one of the biggest issues I have with my videos at the moment. Let me know how I did with this. I'm trying my best to make these commentary style videos better because this channel has gained a good amount of attention and I want to at least give people better commentary, as I think people deserve to be given better content, especially in the day and age where a lot of content online feels very tame by comparison. Today I just want to talk about something that is on my mind and kind of has been for a long time, and that is video essays and review videos. I'm kind of lumping them into the same category since they have a good amount of similarities structure-wise, unless you're a Sunny V2 kind of channel talking about the downfall of this random YouTuber you liked as a kid, or how he or she secretly had an affair with their lover or whatever, which I also do have issues with as well, but it's not the focus of this video. I'm talking specifically about video essays and reviews. Now, don't take this as a video where I'm just going to be saying, ugh, gross, icky wicky, video essays are bad, we should be more positive about the world, too much negative shit exists, we need to be nicer to the multi-billion-dollar corporation who made this thing. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. If you think I'm saying that, you spend more time on Twitter than I do. I'm mainly going to be talking about the issue that I have with these videos. These videos mainly cover stuff like video games, movies, TV shows, and books. Basically, things within the entertainment sphere. These kinds of videos basically boil down to the individual's opinion, which I believe is totally fine. People are entitled to enjoying something, and they're also entitled to not liking it. And people are also entitled to make a video about a thing that they like or dislike. I believe in a world where people are allowed to enjoy the latest Star Wars movie no matter how crap it is. You can like it, and I can disagree with you, but at the end of the day, we are separate people. And us having differences shouldn't mean we are sworn enemies like in a civil war or something. Where it becomes a problem, though, is if you present your videos as objective and factual. It's not always going to be a bad thing. In fact, some objective statements can be said about certain media. The amount of videos that shit on Postal 3 overshadows the amount of people who absolutely praise the game somehow, and for good reason. Because that's an objectively bad game, period. Saying you enjoy Postal 3 is like openly saying you have a scat fetish. Like, I know it's a free country, but I'm questioning why you are eating the shit that is on your plate, since it is literal shit. But sometimes when it comes to a perfectly fine game, or even a good game, you can have videos that say, this game actually sucks, despite there being a fanbase for it. And that overshadows the amount of people who like it, kinda like IGN's Sonic Unleashed review. You know, if I compare you to IGN, and if you're on the same level with IGN when it comes to making points, you know that you likely fucked up. What makes it even more laughable is if the video in question makes the most non-points in why they say the game is bad. Like, you can say, ugh, Call of Duty fucking sucks because it's super violent and it has guns, therefore it's a bad video game. Like, no shit it has guns and it is violent. It's a first-person shooter, of course that is going to exist. You absolute dummy dum-dum. Not saying you can't dislike something, in fact, even people who enjoy certain things can admit flaws with a video game. Like, I can admit that Super Mario Galaxy, despite being my favorite game ever, it's not a perfect video game, and it does have some issues. It doesn't mean I love it any less, but I'm willing to say, yeah, this part here sucks, it could have been better. But these people like to act like, this ruined the whole game, I can't believe this, 0 out of 10. Only because of the one part they didn't like that is literally like 60% into the game. Like, you can dislike something, yes, but if you fail to say why something is bad by making shit arguments, then you're going to be discredited because of how bad your arguments are. And you failed your job at convincing the viewer that the thing you hate is actually objectively bad. This also goes the other way, like saying this thing is objectively super amazing, and then you bring up the part that everybody hates saying, this is actually really cool because I liked it. I'm not here to say you can't enjoy that part, but you must bring up a proper valid reason on why this thing that everybody hated was actually pretty good. If you want to convince somebody that something is good or bad, you gotta have compelling arguments. But even then, a lot of these kinds of videos are presented as objective, like the person who made the video is an all-knowing genius that knows the ins and outs about what makes something good. And then this guy just proceeds to just shit on Cuphead because of them having a skill issue. Some of the thumbnails of these kinds of videos is something I think is also worth bringing up. Like, some of them just have big impact text on the screen and a Wojak being put in. They're like, hey, you, yeah, you have a small wiener and you get no bitches. Watch my video, fuckface. It's something that I don't really like with these kinds of videos, because all it feels like is sensationalist clickbait. Again, people are allowed to make videos talking about certain media, and I doubt this video will change anything because, let's be real, who would actually listen to the person behind the computer screen talking about video essays and reviews? I do think people are allowed to make what they want at the end of the day, but I do think there should be more transparency about these kinds of things. Now, you can be negative about something and say you hate something without making it come across as clickbait, as long as it's clear that it's opinion-based. Good example is from when he made a hour-long video about why he doesn't like FNAF Sis location. People didn't like the video, but there were people who actually flat out agreed with him. But at the end of the day, it is much more forgiving to me as it is an opinion piece at the end of the day. After all, the title itself says something that's obviously an opinion. The thumbnail is a bit more on the clickbaity side, but at the end of the day, the video itself wasn't even bad. Aya knows some didn't take it well regardless because of how ravenous FNAF fans are, but he did accept the reception regardless. To me, I think Aya gets away with it because he clearly made a video that states in the title that it's an opinion. Because the phrase, "I do not like cis location," is obviously an opinion statement. I think more video essays and reviews should take note and make it more clear to people about whether or not their video is opinion-based or not, or if they are analysing a game, movie, show, or whatever in a more objective lens and explaining proper reasons why. That kind of style is something I am completely fine with. Some instances, it's also fine if it's not stated to be an opinion piece. Like, for instance, you could do a retrospective video on a game franchise, for instance, and you can go over what you like about something, but also go over the flaws of it as well. That kind of style is completely fine to me, because that is what you do with a retrospective in the first place. You look back at a game you enjoyed back in the day and see if it's aged well or not. Same thing with movies or whatever. They can be objective, but you can also have a retrospective that has opinions being put in. I think that's fine with me, because the video is not trying to be objective. I mean, that's just my opinion. The stuff I probably said applies to retrospectives as well, but what do I know? Again, this video will likely not change anything, but if this did tell somebody who was aspiring to make video essays or reviews on YouTube, I hope I at least gave you something to keep in mind. If you want to be objective, keep your bias out. If you want to make an opinion piece, go nuts, but make it a bit more clear that it's an opinion piece. Anyway, I hope you all really enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for 100 subscribers on this channel. I really appreciate it. Expect some more content here and on the main KB channel soon. I'm currently working on reworking a certain video of mine, as well as some other smaller projects. I hope you all have an amazing day. Alrighty, see you in the next one. See ya. Bye.